Hey everyone, it's Smarties MUA. So today's video is just gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna just go through like kind of like what I'd wear every day today because I'm still in the middle of packing my stuff. So I've packed away like a big majority of my makeup and I really just have like some kind of like basic stuff. But before we get on to today's video, I just want to address um my previous videos and like what I want my videos and what I want my channel to be about. So far I've only done the three videos and I want my channel to be a safe space for people. I want my channel to be a just basically where you can learn new things, educate yourself on whatever it is. So that could be I want to make it interesting as well. So I want to do makeup while I'm talking about certain topics, interesting topics, and educate people um, while doing my makeup. So because makeup's such a huge like community, it's such a huge thing. Like a lot of people are interested in it, and a lot of people do watch the videos, watch makeup videos regularly. They watch them to gain knowledge on how to do makeup in certain ways, or and just stuff like that. And I want to merge makeup and interesting, important topics that are happening. Um, and I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to upset anyone while I'm doing these. But I just want to educate people, whether that be makeup or the topic that I'm talking about. Regardless of what it is. But I want to merge these two things together so then that people can either come for the makeup or they come for the information that I'm giving. And so far, all the information that I've given is from personal experience or it's from websites that I've always credited in my description box below. So I just want to educate people in any way I can. And like I said, I want it to be like a safe space for people, a nice environment for people so you can have me on in the background while I don't know you're doing something random in your house kind of thing, so you're still getting the knowledge of what I'm talking about while doing something else, or you're watching me apply my makeup, whatever it may be. I want to create a great space for people. I want to have um a place where I educate either way, either makeup or whatever topic I'm talking about. And I will be talking about really important topics like I have so far with the Black Lives Matter movement. Um, I will be talking about whatever a lot of people want me to talk about. I I want to do a range of different topics. I want to do some fun topics. I want to do some really serious ones. I want to have a range of things. I want to have a range so people can enjoy different things while I do here, sit here and do my makeup. No way am I taking away from the serious topics by doing my makeup either. Um, that's just kind of like an added bonus, I guess. But I don't want to upset anyone. I don't want to offend anyone with any of the content that I produce. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to say that before we start today's video because I think it's important that I get it out there, that people understand what videos I want to create, what I want to do, what I want to put into the world with the little platform that I currently have. Um, but yeah, let's get on with today's video. So as I say, I'm still moving at the moment, so I'm just gonna use what like bit of makeup that I still left out, and I'm just gonna go through like a look that I would kind of just wear every day, or I would wear whenever I want to, kind of thing. But because it is me, it probably will be a little different. It won't be kind of like basic everyday makeup, and I want to try and get these little things involved as well. So these are the Barry M High Vis Liquid Liner, and I got one in green and pink, and I'm excited to use these because I just love bright color. I love bright makeup and everything like that. So I'm going to start off with priming my eyes. I am currently just going to prime my eyes with the Revolution Conceal and Define concealer. I don't recommend you using concealer to prime your eyes because it can just get a little bit greasy along the way down here. So if you're going to prime with concealer, start here, but then build it down. Just bring it down kind of thing. Don't pack a lot on. And I do recommend you actually use a proper eye primer for it. But like I say, I'm only using this today because I don't have my usual primer out with me. And I'm just gonna have my eyebrow. But like I say, I like to use a lot of animal cruelty free vegan products as well. I think it's really important that we use these. So I try to use whatever product I can that is vegan friendly, and that's at a quality price as well. I don't want it to be too expensive and it not work very well, kind of thing. So I'm just patting down the concealer with a spare brush. This is to just dry the concealer before I put the eyeshadow over it. But before that, I'm just going to go over my brow here because, as you see, my concealer went over it, but it's fine. You can easily correct that, and that is no problem at all. And if you do make a mess when you've re-gone over the brow, you can just re-go over that bit of concealer, that bit of primer, whatever it is, just over the brow here to just fix that issue that you just created. Oh, I just don't think my brows are going to work for me today. Oh, it's fine. We'll fix it along the way. But yeah, I'm just gonna obviously pat down, like I say, my concealer just so that it's dry, so it's not going to like really interfere and interact with the eyeshadow that I put on. So the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be using today is my 35B Morphe palette. It's the really colourful one. And it's probably a palette that I use quite often. It's a decent price as well. So it's just this one. Like I said, I use it often. It's great quality, great price. Very well worth the money, I think. So I do recommend people getting it, trying it out. But yeah, so I'm gonna go in with the pink shade. So just this shade here first. Because I like to start off with the kind of like the darkest, brightest shade, if you will. And then as the base, and then I can apply everything else on top of that as well. And then I'm going to use a separate brush, a separate clean brush, and then I'm just going to blend out the edges of this. So you don't want to bring the eyeshadow too far up here, but don't worry about it if you do, because then you can just add a bit of concealer on and just blend that out. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. I'm not really sure what kind of thing I'm going to go for today. I think I'm just going to play around and just see what happens, I think. So again, now I'm just going to use a smaller brush. I've got a bit of concealer on there. Again, I would typically use a primer. And I'm just going to try and just do like a little cut crease just on the lid itself. And you just want to follow like your natural like lid arch here. I know like there's kind of like a hack where you kind of put like some concealer on like or primer here, you look up like that, and then it kind of cuts the crease where you should be following, which I think is really good, especially if you're starting out straight away kind of thing. If you're new to it. So again, I just want to pat it down, kind of like make sure it's not tacky, kind of dry thing. So then whatever colour I put on the top, it doesn't crease. You want to make sure there's no creases on the lid, because then that could really ruin the look. So I'll go back in with the same brush that I used before and just gently pat over the top just to ensure that there's no creases and that it is lovely and dry. So I think I'm going to go in with the yellow shade just down at the bottom here. And then I'm just going to go over that concealed area just to bring out the pink a bit more, I think, before I put on the coloured liner. And you just want to gently apply that onto the lid, just where you've got that cut crease going on. And then you can blend what little I have here left of the pink and the yellow together, just so it doesn't just look as harsh. So I'm just going to go back in with the pink again. And then just blend that out again. But as I've said in my videos before, makeup is literally about playing, having fun. So I wouldn't worry too much about it, I think. But yeah, and then like what I tend to do as well, so I'll get a little bit darker colour of the pink, and then I'll just pop that in the corner of here. And then I'm able to like build up any other colour in there. I mean, I could even put like a little bit of black in there as well if I wanted to. I may do that towards the end of the eye, we'll just see. So just lightly blend it together. You don't want to be really harsh either. You want to make sure that it's just lightly nice circular motions. Just, it makes it easier. You're not constantly having to top up on the colour kind of thing either when you blend in. So I would just gently blend it out onto the lid. And then what you can also do is get a small, like, kind of like an eyeliner brush. And then you can go in with the dark colour and just do it across the lash line here, just to finish the look off a little bit. So then just go in with the dark colour just across the lash line. I recommend doing this only if you're not like going to use eyeliner or anything, but I thought I'd show it today just in case. So just across there like so, just on the bottom, and it kind of just finishes it up. So I think I'm going to put on the green on this side, I think. I do like to use contrasting colours a lot of the time, which some people do, some people don't, but I like to create fun, kind of out there kind of looks and stuff like that. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to do it just on the line there, the cut crease line there, and then do a little flick up there, and then hopefully join it here up. There's no easy way to do eyeliner, unfortunately. It just takes lots and lots of practice. But I recommend starting off with like a nice thin line first, and then you can build it up and make it thicker if you want to. And I really just want to see how these liners perform over just another colour, because there's some, especially white, I struggle with finding a good white liner that doesn't just kind of blend back in with the eyeshadow that I have underneath. So then I'm going to take it from this corner here and I'm going to join it up. But again, it doesn't matter if it's not perfect because makeup's just fun, makeup's just playful. And then I'm going to do it across the bottom now. Just join everything up. Okay, so I feel like this just slightly blends in with the eyeshadow a little bit. I may have to go over it again, just see how it goes, see how it performs. It doesn't really seem to stand out that much on an eyeshadow, just on my skin, on my hand. You can see very well because of the camera quality, but that's kind of what it looks like. It's quite nice and bright, and I just really want to try it out. But we'll see how it dries, see how it how well it reacts and everything. So now I'm going to jump onto the other eye and then see what I can do with that one. I'm going to do a different colour as well, different eye colours I like to do, and then I'm going to try the pink one, see what kind of thing we can come up with. So I'm just going to prime my eye and everything exactly like I did on this side, and then we'll start putting on new colour. So now that I've primed my eye and everything, I think I'm going to go on with the green on this side. And again, I'm just going to do like the same kind of style again, pack on the green up to like my lid area, just before the lid I think is a good starting point. And then I can gently just blend that out with another brush. And again, now that it's blended out, I'm going to pop just a little bit of a dark green here. And then I can blend that out so it's not so harsh on the edges. And then I can just put a bit more in the corner there. If it just blends out a little bit too much, you're not happy with it, just a little bit there. And then I'm going to do the same again, just do a little bit of a cut crease, and I'm going to put a yellow in as well on that corner. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of black in this corner here and lightly blend that out as well. Don't want to put too much black in there and it ruin it and it just create too much black, so just lightly add bit by bit each time in there. And then I'm going to get that green brush again, just slightly blend it a little bit, and I can always add just a little bit more black if needed. So I still want to ensure that the yellow is nicely blended in and it's not harsh, because again that can ruin the look and just make it not look as finished off and polished as it could. And now I'm going to try the pink, see what this is like as well on my eye. I'm probably going to do the same shape as well that I did on this one. I think I may need to go over that green again. It hasn't really come up that much. I mean, maybe I'm using it wrong. Maybe I've just not applied it right. Maybe it does need to go over like a clear base kind of thing. So this is the pink. Can't really see it very well because of the light. This is the pink just on my hand. and we'll see how it acts over another colour as well. So I'm going to do the same shape, the same everything that I have on this eye, and we'll see how it performs. So I did go over this green one again, but this pink one's quite nice. I think it's applied really well. Dries quite nice and quickly as well. Yeah, I don't think it's bad, to be fair. I have decided that I do want a bit of glitter in, so I'm just going to put a bit of glitter just in the corner bit of where the eyeliner is. And for that, I'm going to use my Jaclyn Hill Armed and Gorgeous Morphe palette. If you can see that, and I'm just going to use this one here and a little bit of that one there. So I'm just going to put it just in the corner here. Again, just using a nice small brush and applying little amounts so then I can just easily build it up if I want to, when I want to. And I just think just a nice bit of glitter tends to finish off an eye look as well. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to pop my lashes on as well. And I always say to pop your lashes on just after you've done your eyes. So then just in case if you're doing parts of your foundation and the lashes start to come off, you can easily pop them on and you're not leaving it last minute before you have to leave the house or whatever. So I've popped my lashes on, and I just want to clear up this bit here. So I'm using the Q-tip here, which I can recycle this bit here because it's just paper. And I'm just going to use the micellar water and just take away the excess bit of eyeshadow just to give it a nice cleaner cut where the eyeliner is, and again do the same on the other side. Just do that before we apply the foundation, and don't be too worried if there's that little bit of a stain come through because of the eyeshadow, because your foundation and concealer will cover it. So I'm using the Revolution foundation, and I'm going to use a brush to apply it first, and then I go over the top of it just to kind of pat it down nicely with a beauty blender as well. And I always like to put my foundation onto the back of my hand just so it's more controlled. And the Revolution foundation, it's really good quality. It's great for the price, and it does go quite far as well. And your foundation should always match your neck as well. That's a very big key tip, is make sure the foundation matches the neck so it just blends in better. And then because you haven't got in like these little creases and areas like that, I recommend using another brush, just another clean brush. And then you can just do some little pats, maybe some bit circular motions, just into those little areas that you have missed with the foundation, especially like around the nose area here. And one thing is a good idea is to just lightly blend it into the hairline. It won't like mess up with your hair or anything, but just lightly blend it in. It gives it a better, it just looks better, it looks more finished. And then around the brow area here as well. And then, like I say afterwards, with a beauty blender, a wet one, I will just lightly tap over the area just to make it more settled. just to, so if there is any brush streaks, that I can easily erase them with just gently patting the beauty blender on my face. And after that, I'm going to do a bit of concealer under the eye, because that's where I mostly use it myself, is just under the eye. And then I use a smaller beauty blender, wet again, and then just do it under the eye. You don't want it to look really cakey under the eye, because that then can also increase the chances of you having creases under the eye. So again, just bring it up here, and it gives you that nice finish. So that looks more straight now. And just blend it out. Same on the other side. You want to almost do the concealer in kind of triangular style. So you want to kind of go there and up there, just so you can highlight everything. And then what I like to do is, with the brush that I blended out the rest of the makeup with, is I like to ensure that I get rid of like any potential creases under here before I then set the eye with a bit of powder, because then if you set a crease, you can't get rid of the crease in a way. So I'm just going to gently do that under the eye, just to ensure there's no creases, before I then set with some powder. And again, do the same on the other eye. Just under there. And I'm not going to wipe away this powder either, not just yet, because I want to kind of let it just kind of like bake in a little bit while I'm doing the rest of my face, so the contour and everything like that. So the contour, I use a powdered one at the moment, a Revolution powdered one, because I so far haven't found a nice cream contour that doesn't make my face look really orange, and I tend to have to use the lighter shade here and then sometimes dip into that one to see if I can get a better look, so I don't look orange. So I start up here and I gently bring it round, down and round, rather than just straight down, because that can make your face a little bit longer. And then just gently just buff it out a little bit, and you can always add more. I wouldn't go really heavy first off. Definitely build it up and bring it up here, and then again down here to create a like a thinner, kind of more structured jawline, I guess you could say. So I tend to have to put that little bit more contour on this side compared to this side, with this side naturally being thinner anyway. So just gently blend that in there. And then I'll go into the other side and do the same, but just not as harsh. So I kind of want to somewhat even out my face as best as I can. So again, I'm still using that lighter colour here. I'm not going to go into using the dark one just yet. You can always save like the darker styled contour for an evening look. As I say, this is something that I tend to just go out and just leave the house and kind of thing, go to uni, that kind of thing. And then even though like obviously my fringe covers my forehead, I still want the contour to be consistent with down here. So I just lightly bring it up, just up here, just so it's more all blended out. And then I'm going to add a slightly bit dark just here, and then just bring it out again. And then again, the tiniest bit on this side, and just bring that out again. I personally find it hard to contour my nose since it's slightly different. Like on this side, it's very much different to this side. So I find it a little bit harder to contour my nose, but I tend to use just this part of the brush here, using the light shade again, and just lightly bring it down just on this part of my nose here. Just slightly bring it down. And then I'll do the same again on this side. Lightly bring it down again. Just to try and make the nose look a little bit more symmetrical, like here on this side. So then it kind of matches up a little bit more. And then what I like to do is, if it's not fully, as you can see, it's not fully blended in, I then like to, as I'm going to set the rest of my face with my powder, I just kind of like to blend it in with that. So it just seems to blend in a lot better for when I do just the powdered contour. And you have to remember that you can't put anything over the powder because then it will become extremely cakey. So then you also need to make sure you powder your neck as well. You don't want that to be still kind of like wet and tacky with the foundation while the rest of your face isn't. So again, just blending that like that. And getting rid of the excess under my eyes as well. Onto my forehead. Again, like I say, just like gently blending out the rest of the contour that's there, but also setting my face with the powder as well. And I use the Revolution powder as well. All of their products are really affordable, really useful, great products really. There's a lot of stuff that I can't fault with them. Like I say, they are vegan friendly, animal cruelty friendly as well. They don't support that, which is amazing. So then now you see my contour is a little bit more blended out than it was, and I can let my fringe down because now I'm gonna just do a little bit under my eye here just to finish off my eyes, and then I can put finish the rest of the stuff on, so the highlighter, that kind of thing. So again, I'm going to go in with the same pink, and I'm just going to lightly just apply it on the lash line. Not a lot, because you want to kind of blend it out so it doesn't look as harsh as well. But then you can always use that other brush that you use for the other part to blend out that pink just a little bit more, so it's not as harsh again. Then we're going to do the same on this side, but with the green. And then lightly blend that out again. There we go. And then I'm going to pop just a little bit of mascara on my lower lashes as well. And then I'm going to just like go like this over my own lashes just so they stick more to the false lashes that we have on. So the look just looks a little more completed. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of highlighter. The highlighter that I usually use is this unicorn kind of one from Revolution. I tend to use that one. It's really pretty, it's really nice. And I will use like a big fan brush for like here. I personally don't really tend to do a blush or anything like that. It just depends on the look. I probably won't do it today. just bring it like this, and then the same on the other side. So it just kind of gets in, like, I use these first two colours here. They're the colours that I usually use the most. Across my nose here, a little bit on the Cupid's bow, just not too much. And then I'll also use the yellow colour here, which is probably the most colour that I've used. And then just add it a bit of highlight up here. And then the same again on this side. I like to do this step last, just simply because in case there's anything I want to change on my eyes, before I then finish everything off with the highlighter. And then there you go. You can add a lip if you want to. I don't think I'm going to add one today. But yeah, so I think the eyeliner is quite nice. I think especially after you put kind of like the second layer on of the green, I think it goes really well. Just finished off with a bit of setting spray. There we go. But yeah, I think overall, I think the product's really good. I don't think I'm quite keen on the how the pink is with the green. That didn't go quite as planned out. But yeah, I think I quite like this. I think the green goes really nice, especially like this gold bit here. And the pink, I think it goes really nice. Yeah, I think they're pretty great products. I'd love to try them just on the lid without any eyeshadow or anything like that, see how that performs. I think that looked really nice. Yeah. One thing I will say again, if you have like any like foundation that's just over there, get the micellar water and then just take it off. And then you can always just put a bit of clear lip gloss on if you want. My lips are kind of like naturally like got that pink kind of shade to it, so I don't really put many colours on my lips. I think I always tend to go for the dark ones, and then I can always like hydrate my lips later on. But yeah, I think these are pretty worth it. They're not too like pricey either. They're really fun. Just make sure you shake them well before you use them and everything like that. I think that's great, but I think I really enjoyed them. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video today as well. Let me know if you kind of want this more thing, like this tutorial on like how I do my looks every day kind of thing. Yeah, this was quite fun to do. I especially like this side, I think more than this side. Maybe the green may have looked nice on this side as well. But yeah, I think this was a good look. It was a great attempt, first attempt doing this. Like I say, let me know if you want to have any more kind of things like this again. I may not upload for about a week or two on here, like I say, because I'm moving and a lot of the stuff I'm going to pack up, a lot of the stuff won't come out straight away. But I will be posting probably regularly on my Instagram, which is just Smarties MUA. So you can always check out my Instagram and my Facebook page as well, which again is just Smarties MUA. So yeah, just check me out on those. I'll probably be posting regular on there. If there's anything you want me to discuss, just drop it in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.